Hello, friends. My name is Desiree, aka Mama Friendly, and I do all sorts of videos on my channel, from cooking videos to planner videos, vlogs, hauls, homeschool videos with a Disney twist, a little bit of everything. So if any of these things sound like fun to you, I hope that you'll subscribe and join me on my YouTube adventure. That's enough of that. You see, it doesn't quite fit with my theme, but I couldn't find a French maid outfit in time. This video is a collab hosted by my friend Jackie at Hearth and Apron. I'm going to have her channel linked below in the description box, along with a link to the playlist, so that once you're done watching my video, you can go check out what all of my friends made. This video's theme is Halloween movie night. So pretty much we've all picked a movie that we feel screams Halloween to us, and we've decided to pair it with some treats, either homemade or store-bought, but it's meant to kind of vibe with whatever movie it is that we're watching. And if you like dinner and a movie type things, I have a playlist up here that's a Disney homeschool playlist. Now, I know maybe you're not a homeschooler, don't let that put you off. What I typically do for those videos is I pick a movie and we put our entire homeschool activity around that theme, but we also do recipes that are related to that movie. So any one of those movies that you choose from that Disney homeschool playlist will have a recipe built in that you can make with your kiddos or all by yourself and enjoy while watching your movie. Now, I picked a movie that is not necessarily traditionally a Halloween movie, but it's a movie that I grew up watching around this time of year. My whole family loves it. We're constantly quoting it to each other, and it just feels like a cozy, spooky Halloween movie to me. Now, as far as Clue, which is the movie I chose, in case you didn't see the title, I rewatched it for the millionth time before deciding on what I was going to make. And I was trying to find clues as to like, what do they eat in the movie that maybe I could try to recreate. And the one thing that stood out to me was monkey brains.
And monkey's brains, though popular in Cantonese cuisine, are not often to be found in Washington, D.C. Is that what we ate?
Now, monkey brains don't exactly sound delicious to me, so I decided I'd do a little play on that. Instead, I'm making monkey bread. In case you're new to my channel, I typically eat gluten and dairy-free exclusively, and as such, I tend to gravitate towards paleo recipes because paleo recipes are naturally gluten and dairy-free. So now that I've set it all up for you guys, let me show you how I made our paleo monkey bread. Alright friends, first things first, our ingredients. So you need 4 cups of cassava flour to start for the monkey bread. The cassava flour is my favorite paleo flour to use. It's also naturally gluten-free. You need a half cup of vegan butter melted, 2 cups of unsweetened almond or coconut milk mixed with 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. The vinegar is to help make like a buttermilk. You also need a half cup of coconut sugar. I'm using regular, so that's not quite paleo. We've got a 1/4 cup of unsweetened applesauce, a tablespoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now, before we start, it's very important that we grease up our bundt pan very, very well so that nothing sticks. I'm going to use a silicone one just to make sure nothing sticks. And you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I've got a large mixing bowl here, and I'm going to combine in it my 4 cups of flour, my tablespoon of cinnamon, my 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and my 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Once that's all combined, I'm going to set this bowl aside, and I'm going to grab a medium bowl. In my medium bowl, I'm going to mix together my 1/2 cup of melted vegan butter. I really like the Kite Hill brand. I feel like it has the taste that's closest to actual butter. You also want to mix in your 2 cups of replacement milk mixed with your 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. You want to throw in your 1/2 cup of sugar, your 1/4 cup of unsweetened applesauce, and your 2 teaspoons of vanilla, although you know with vanilla, I typically like to just measure with my heart. Mix all of these together, and once that's done, you can slowly pour your wet ingredients into the dry and combine with a spoon until they're completely mixed together. We're going to set our dough aside while we prepare the monkey bread filling. I really wish I had made way more of this filling to get the sort of end result that you'd expect from monkey bread. Mine turned out a little less gooey than I'm used to, so keep that in mind. I think next time I make this, I will probably double these ingredients for the filling, but the recipe calls for a half stick of vegan butter melted, which is 2 ounces, a third of a cup of coconut sugar, and a tablespoon of cinnamon. So you're gonna mix all of this, set it aside, and you're gonna wanna use either an ice cream scoop or your hands to try to make as many uniform sized balls as you can out of the dough. You want to take each golf ball sized, ball and roll it around in that buttery cinnamon sugar mixture before putting it into the bundt pan. And we're just gonna kind of press these together gently so that they bake up into kind of just one uniform cake-like thing. Here's what mine looked like when all the layers were complete. It says at this point, whatever sugar, cinnamon, butter you have left should be poured over the top. I didn't have any left, which is another point for maybe you should double the filling recipe, because I definitely will next time. Now you put everything into the oven, bake for 40 minutes, and in the meantime, I'm gonna make a very simple glaze. I'm just using some confectioner's sugar, some vanilla, and a little bit of nut pods to kind of bind it all together, and I'm gonna pour this over the whole thing when it comes out of the oven. So here's what it looks like when it first comes out of the oven, and I was pretty excited, I guess, because I immediately tipped it over and it kind of fell apart just the tiniest bit. They were all still super delicious, and again, I feel like more filling, more of that sugariness while it baked would have made it stick together much better. Presentation notwithstanding, these tasted kind of like cinnamon donut holes. Really, really yummy. We'll definitely make again with a few adjustments. Alright friends, so that's how I made our paleo monkey bread to eat while we watch our fun movie. So the texture of the monkey bread ended up being almost like fluffy donut holes, and I don't hate that at all. But just so you know what to expect if you're making it yourself and you're not very familiar with cassava flour for baking. Overall, I would definitely make this recipe again, but I think I might bump up that sugar content just a bit more. If you decide to make this recipe for yourself, I would love to hear how it works out for you, and I'd also love to hear if you add any other little tweaks to it. Make sure you check out that playlist before you go so you can get more of that spooky Halloween treat inspiration. And let me know what your favorite Halloween movie is. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope you'll please give it a big thumbs up. I'd also love it if you would subscribe and click that notification bell because I post at least 3 times a week and I wouldn't want you to miss a minute. Thanks so much again for watching. Bye!